Hey guys, today is February 1st, 2021, obviously. Anyhow, we're gonna do a little bit of an Oliver history. This is not the boring history that they teach in school. This is actually really fun, interesting history. I got these Oliver Harcourt books that I always get in the mail. This book here talks about the Super 55, and usually the cover is obviously what they talk about sometimes. So, there's a little bit of the exhibit history on all the Olivers, starting from the Oliver Cho plow up to the tractors. If you guys want to look at anything and pause it, you guys can. I don't care, but I'm not gonna sit here and read for 20 minutes at a book. Anyhow, this is people that restore like any kind of tractor. There's a bunch of tractors in here, not just the Super 55, like that one right over there, which let's see, that's what it would look like if you'd restore it. That is a gas tractor. I believe there's a diesel Super 55 in here too. But I'll pause it right here for a minute. But I have this book, this book, this book. We're just going to scan through some of these because I don't want to sit here and talk about, you guys don't want to sit here and listen to me talk about a book for 20 minutes, but anyhow, you guys can see right here's what the Super 55 diesel looks like. Same thing as that, just with a diesel engine. We're just gonna skip that because this is old. This is May and June of 2020. So this is a little bit of the history right here. So if you guys are wondering what actually started the Oliver Tractor Corporation, I'm gonna do a little bit more deeper into this because I have a future video. I'm not saying when it's gonna come out. This is just to sum it up a little bit. So anyhow, Oliver bought out Harcourt, and I believe it was I'm trying to think what the heck, it might be in here. But anyhow, let me see it. I think it was 1920. I think it was 1920 Oliver bought Harcourt out because, as you guys know, Oliver was the main maker for the Oliver Cho plow, which is right here too. And Oliver actually did go on and build their own tractor before they bought Harcourt out, because if you guys obviously know, I don't remember, it's in here somewhere. But, I don't know if there's a picture of a Harcourt in here or not, but anyhow, there's where you can get your parts for your planter, or any tractor parts you can get. I think you can get Fleetline parts in here too. So, yeah, this talks about the whole Super 55 ordeal. There's the Fleetlines, the Supers, all that. And if you guys are wondering what basically came to be the Super Series, is if you guys all know, the XL121 is the main culprit for the future tractor, and I believe there's a picture in here somewhere, but here's the flooding that I think it was Nebraska had in 2020. So, talks about FFA and all the other stuff that goes along with farming. So there's a 1550 diesel. I don't know what the other one is. There's FFA chapters and all that, so it's a pretty interesting book. It's not as good as what the Oliver Heritage one is, but it's basically made by the same people. But I'm trying to find the website if you guys want to go ahead and, yeah, you can call and get these. You can also get on RFD TV. That's where I was able to find these at, and I told my mom to go ahead and order them for me because I wanted to see what they were about. So there is a 88. I think that's a standard. I'm pretty sure that, yeah, it's an 88 standard. Right there it is. But, this just shows you a bunch of pictures of different tractors, and here's the 1900 with a Detroit in it. A 66, 77, an 88 with a diesel, an 880 with a gas. There's a 1555 with a gas. That's 1655s. If there's anything you guys want to look at, go ahead and pause it. I'm just trying to scan through this. That way it's not a 20 freaking minute video. So, yeah, there's the Oliver Super 55. The smallest tractor in the Super Series. Yeah, actually, right there it is. I believe these are all the experimental ones, I think. And here's actually the cool thing. I think it's this page, yes. Here's all the experimental tractors for the Super 55. And this one is actually the really interesting one because they designed it like a Ford 8N or 9N. So there's the regular Super 55. They designed them basically off the Ford 8N or 9N, basically, is what it's basically came to be. So you can see where they came out with this design. This was their experimental ones. So, yeah, it was an 8N Ford right there. That's what it says. So, there is two different Supers, and if you guys watch Chris Losley or Oliver 66 Farm, I don't remember if he showed it or not, but they made two different Supers. They made the Super Series with the improved Super and not the improved Super. That one there is not the improved Super because the improved Super has like the hydraulic filter, like these tractors do. The improved ones have the hydraulic filter right here, and the other ones have it out this way. So you can see there's your diesel, here's your gas engine. Trying to get through this so that we can look at the rest of the books. This is going to be a long video here, so trying to bypass a bunch of stuff, but trying to get it to where you guys can read whatever the heck you feel like reading. So this is just a bit of interesting Oliver history, I think, but I'm going to skip all that. But you see right there is your classic Tractor Fever on RFD TV. All of your parts, if you need parts, there they are. So that does it for this book. I'm going to try to get all these in for like a little bit of extra time. So this one here talks about all the implements. And we can bypass a lot of this stuff because it's old. But if you guys are wondering why the heck Cockshot made a 1555 painted green, it is actually right here. They were made for Vietnam, and I don't know what the heck they did with them in Vietnam, but that's what I've heard, so I don't remember if it shows it in here or not, but enough of talking about that. So here's the balers. I don't know if I know they show the hay rake. Yeah, there's the hay rake. Yeah, there's the hay rake, all that other good stuff. Yeah, there's, what the heck, I'm trying to think where the heck it is. Now, there's the blower. Another Super 55. There's the plow. The baler. 77. This is going to be a really long video, but oh well. I'm just trying to skip through some of it, and this is the reason I'm not rating, because it'd be boring. And see, here's more of the Oliver highlight history, so this talks about all the implements, I think mostly the plows. But, you guys can go ahead and read through this, but there's the corn picker, the mounted one for your I think that's a super. I believe that's a super. I'm not sure, but, we'll bypass that. I don't think you guys really want to read this, but I don't think you guys really want to read any of this stuff, but if you guys do, then go ahead and pause the video. But I'm just trying to skip through it and see if I can find it. So, here's a little bit of the Oliver exhibit at a history museum. I don't know what the heck the name of the history museum is. It might be in here. But, I remember what the name of it is. I just can't get it off the top of my head, but see, there's the Super 44. They designed that off the Farmhouse Super C or A or something like that. They designed that off of. So, there's a little bit of Oliver tractors for you. Trying to, let's see what it has. There it is. It gives you the list of them. So, here's the 2150. I think that was the biggest one in the 50 series before they went to the articulated ones, I believe. The 1800, obviously the biggest of the four, or the, what the heck they call it, but, yeah, there's the Super 88, there's a nice 2255, but see, there's the XO121 like I was talking about. So If you guys don't know what the heck the XL121 was, they made it as an experimental tractor to run 12-to-1 compression ratio with high octane fuel. And that's basically where they changed into the Super Series. Basically, they designed it off of the XL121 to get higher compression, they did a bunch of stuff to change stuff around. So, that's basically where that started. I think it might be in the book that I'm going to look at eventually. This is going to be a future video. One of these are going to be a future video, so probably the other one. But, there's going to be a bit more of Oliver history. I'm just kind of making a quick one through these books. So, we have 3 more books to go. This is like the OC6. So, I'm just trying to see if I can bypass any of this stuff, because it's not really interesting to sit here and look at nothing that has to do with anything. So, let's see, there's a nice 77 Rocrot. That one's right there. That one there was a lie. Before they changed the engine, that had a gas and not a diesel. But here's a little bit of the Oliver highlights right here. So that's what I like about this book. It's fun sitting here reading the history on the different tractors. But it's amazing to see where the heck Oliver came from, like the beginning to making plows up to the 55 series, making the 2255 as the final production of Oliver before they all went to AGCO and White. So actually right there it is. Actually, somewhere in one of these books it tells you what your White and Oliver together, you might as well just say, along with Cockshot, Moline, and all them, went together with White. So I think that was, yeah. But I really am not a good person at reading, so I'm not even going to read all of this, because it'd just be a boring video. But, there's a White Combine. It takes a bit to get all the reading in, so the reason why I'm letting you guys go ahead and pause the video if you guys want to read something. But, I'll take a little bit here and there more, so, there's a Cockshot right there. There's a 1555, as usual. They just pop up everywhere in these books. There's an 1850. Let's see what other tractors there is. There's a 1555. I don't know if that's a diesel. That's a 1555 diesel. More of your Oliver parts. And there's the Oliver Fleetline crawler. I don't know if they talk about any of the history on it, but Oliver was actually right up there with Caterpillar making crawlers, because they were basically, everyone was buying Oliver and Caterpillar crawlers, but Oliver was just right above Caterpillar. So, and the OC6 used the same engine as a Super 77 or early 770 engine, which is basically the same thing that's in a 1555, 1550, all of them. So, you can see that they have a, I don't know, where the heck did I see the picture of it? There's the PTO, everything like that. It basically had everything the wheeled tractors do, just on tracks. But, yeah, there's a little bit of the chart right there. Is Caterpillar, International, Oliver. Basically, those are the two tractors. Those were basically the crawlers around back then. Was basically Caterpillar and Oliver, and I think a little bit of Alice Chandler's and all of them. So, you guys can read the whole entire thing if you want, but I like that 88 diesel. If you guys are looking for good tractor parts, You can go to Smitty's and you can go to Mayball. And I don't know if Mayball is in this one or not, but... You can get yourself belt buckles, hats, all that stuff. And we're not even gonna go. Well, yeah, it's 2021. Someone might want to go to that. So, that's all for that one. So, this one here I think is about memorabilia. I don't remember because I haven't looked through these books in a while. That's the most recent one. The one with the 550 on it, so... And there's more of your parts. And if you guys didn't know, Oliver made boat motors, too. They made a bunch of stuff, so they did. They made woodworking tools, but they weren't combined with the Oliver Farm Equipment Corporation. They were their own separate company, but not combined with Oliver, but just with the stamped Oliver name. But, it's just a little different seeing all the old Oliver memorabilia and stuff like that. And, like the safety vest for your bicycle and the heart part, everything right here. Let's see, what else is in here? Even dealerships, and it'd be nice if they would come out with a book with all the dealerships everywhere. That would be the cool thing. Although I already know where our local Oliver dealership is, or it was at one point. Now it's like a half hour away because it's Agco now. So, and our Agco dealer was actually a Dutch Alice dealer back then, and so now they combined, since they're Agco, they combined with Oliver White, every single person that's involved in the Agco line. So, like Dutch, Alice, all them, Massey, every single one of the tractors that are part of the Agco Corporation now. So, now, I think it'd be cool trying to find all the old Oliver oil filters and stuff like that. So, you can see more Oliver history here. The 60. And if you guys notice, this is whenever the Heart Part name came off the tractors, right here. Because they used to say Heart Part up here real big, and then Oliver at the bottom, or Oliver at the top, and Heart Part at the bottom. But, yeah, there it is right there. There's some of your history on Agco right there. So, Oliver Chilled Plow Works. Which Oliver that was one Oliver thing that every farmer basically bought was an Oliver plow because they were the top of the line plows back then. So, a lot of the international guys, John Deere guys, were buying Oliver plows. They might not have liked Oliver tractors, but they were buying all the Oliver plows. I think it'd be cool trying to find an original Oliver dealership or Oliver company truck or something that they would have used. But, if you look here, there is the 450, which they were made by Fiat. And there's what the price is. Now, trying to buy one of those tractors now would be double that price, probably. So, I don't know what that tractor is. I think it might be a 1550. I'm not sure. But, you can see how cool that's... There's some cool stuff in these books if you would look around. And, there's the white mower. There's white mowers, their lawn and garden lineup, and all of the little... There's a nice 66 diesel. There's a white garden tractor. There's a... White made not just big farm tractors. They made garden tractors. So did Oliver. They made garden tractors too, but White made snow blowers and push mowers and stuff like that. But that's basically reached the line here. So, just checking through to make sure there's nothing I missed. But, another grain drill. We used to have one of those, by the way, so. Last book. So this one obviously talks about the 550, so. Which is just it's basically the same as the Super 55, just the next size up, like the 660, the 770, 880, 990, they all were combined with that. And the 995, I think all of them were combined with that, too. So, see, there's the 550s. And whenever I get a new book, I'm going to start doing videos like this, because I think you guys might enjoy this. But here's the Floyd County Museum. So, if you have any Olivers and you guys want to know what year, or even what dealership, what year they were made, go to the people up here at the Floyd County Museum, and let me see if I can find their number in here. You can email them. But, see more of the Oliver history here. If you guys really want to see rare tractors, is ones like that with the propane, like any of the tractors. They made the 50 and 55 series in propane, too. Some of them, not all of them. They were ran on LP gas was another one. So, but here's the components of the 550. Basically, they made these both in gas and diesel, too. There's your oil bath, all that, your dipstick, everything right here. And, it's no different from a Super 55. They just changed a little bit of things and added another number onto it. So, yeah, if you guys want to collect Olivers, stay away from these, because you cannot buy parts for them. It's just like the 1365, all of those ones. Below the 1550, you don't want to deal with any of those. Like these ones, yeah, you don't want any of those. You can't get parts for them. And all of that, they're foreign made, so you can't get any parts for anything like that. But, there's a nice 1850. And, you guys can read through that. There's a 1955. There's the 550. You guys can go ahead and read through all this. You guys can pause the video, because I am not reading an entire page. It takes me 20 minutes to read the entire page of about the Super 50, or about the 550. So, and you guys can tell, they changed a little bit of the grill style. This is like the checkerboard pattern, like the late 770s did. This is a late, I believe these are the late 550s. See, these are the same styles like the 880, the early 880 and all them. But, your independent PTO, Oliver was known for that. But if you can tell, later on, it ended up just being white. And if you guys, I think that, I don't know what the heck that is. So 2 stands for tool driving. I think that's 44. I can't see that far. But anyway, that second number stands for the horsepower of the engine. So, I was trying to see if I could find any of the I don't think the experimental one's in here. It might be, I don't know. But, I'm not really a fan of going through stuff fast, but I just don't want to make a 40-minute video on talking about a book. But it's about the Oliver history here, so I was trying to see if I could find a video or a picture of the early tractors before of all the Harpers, and then whenever they changed to Oliver, but I can't find it. So but yeah, there's a little bit of the Oliver history there. So as always, don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. And this is just a little short video on whatever Oliver history is in here. You guys can read through any of that stuff. So, as always, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe.